Okay. Hello, hello. We are live for the first time in a long time. I'm looking forward to getting to share this replay to those who are not going to get to be here live. I'm just going to wait a few minutes or moments, I'll say, to allow any joiners to join. In the meantime, I wrote down what I am feeling around an intro because I think an intro would be nice. Okay, so know that during the live views of these shows, it's going to be just all that it is, right? It's just going to be a little bit of everything. And I still am learning the new buttons on Facebook because it's been a while since I have been on here this way. So right now I can't really see who's here, I think, unless you comment. So let's play with that idea. If you're here, oh, Vicky's here. Hi, thanks. Now I know. And I know you're here because I saw your comment. So, yes, come on in and comment when you come in so I know you're here because it doesn't show your name unless you comment. So, I'm super excited to get to use the buttons as I learn them because I think it'll be fun for us to interact with. I guess we have options to have polls and we have options to have questions. Oh, hi, Chris. Yay. Yeah, so say hi when you come in because then I know you're here. So the live Rise and Shine is just right now going to be in this group space. And I'll tell you a little bit about what the intention is, in that I will have a replay available outside of the space. So if you miss it, you'll just want to send me an email or a message and say, I missed it. Would you mind sending it over? Or if you're already in this group, which most viewers today will already be in this group, but you can, I think, watch it in here so far, okay? And then the other part is that I'll have Zoom access moving forward. So that way, if you're not in the Rise and Shine group, you can watch the replay, or you can watch it live, probably from Zoom. So we'll try that too. Thank you, Vicki. And also curious how it sounds. Is it weird? Is it funky? Does it sound like I'm in a room that has tall ceilings and empty walls? That's because I am. So I'll be playing around with the sound as well. And right now we get a white background. We'll work on that and make it more interesting. We're gonna have so much fun. This is gonna be so fun. I haven't even gotten into the actual show today. This is just like, you know, getting acquainted again. And one of the things I want to do is read my show intro because I think all shows should have an intro and I don't have it memorized, so I'm going to read it. And I'm happy to hear what you think. Okay? So here's the show intro and it's a work in progress. It's a work in progress. I'm so glad you guys are here. I'm so glad you're here. It is exciting. It really is exciting. I'm truly excited. Like I could cry about it. Surprise, surprise. Because it might, be the return of something that once was, but it is actually the beginning of something completely new. So I'm feeling super, just really excited about all the things that we're going to be doing together. And just to give you a little hint, the Rise and Shine aspect of it, show aspect of it, or podcast, because it's also going to be an audio. That way you don't even have to, you can be on the go and listening. That's so fun. That's going to require me to become an editor. So give me a minute. We're just going to do one thing at a time. But this is also going to catapult us into more challenges together. And I love challenges because challenges I personally find them very helpful. And when I say challenges, it's just like a given time. Thank you. It says, sounds good, Vicky said. Okay, good. Some time that is committed and dedicated and intended for a certain thing. So I look forward to hosting challenges in this Rise and Shine group that are meant to also help us be happy, healthy, and thrive, right? So, of course. So I'm looking forward to the challenges too. Okay, ready? Here we go. We're going to say the intro for the show. One day this will be recorded on the podcast, so then I won't even have to say that. Won't that be cool? But for now, I'm going to read it. And I should be able to read all these words because I wrote them. And Vicky says, I'm tearing happy tears too. Good. You've been around since before day one. So yeah, this is all wild to have it all come around full circle like this. Okay, so welcome to the Rise and Shine show. We're when we're all about rising above what holds us back and moving into a life filled with light, truth, and well-being. I'm gonna say, can I start over? Of course I can. It's I can do whatever I want because I have the camera. Okay, we're starting over. Welcome to the Rise and Shine show, where we're all about rising above what holds us back and moving forward into a life filled with light, truth, and well-being. Here we come together to shine, to live from our truth, embrace our unique gifts, and to make health, healing, and happiness accessible and real for everyone. By the way, just want to say that. I'm Sandy J, and each episode we'll dive into insights and practices that help us align with what matters most, supporting you to take action, find clarity, and truly thrive. Does that sound good? Sound like something you'd want to be part of? I hope so. I have other versions of it, but we're going to stay with that one. Can you believe I read in public every day? For how long was that? A long time. Isn't that wild? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. My camera's backwards, so it's like everything I do is the opposite. Trying to decide. Okay, no, I'm not going to do that. How are we doing so far? How are we doing so far? Hi, Patrick. Welcome. All right. I have notes. That's another thing I have to tell you about. I'm using notes. This was something I was so resistant to doing. It's just uncomfortable. It's so uncomfortable having notes. But I'm going to try it this time because it actually gives us more freedom to go deeper outside of just the show space because that means I get time to plan and then, and I can just give more leading up to it if I actually know a little bit about what we're talking about. So my notes, I'm going to try to use. My goal is just to hit a few key things. As long as I've done that, I've succeeded. Okay? So notes, I'm looking at them right now. It says introduction. Have I introduced us? Have I introduced us? Welcome. Welcome to the show. You got to see the intro. I just also want to say my heart for what I feel about you showing up to this space. I have to express that because it's real and I feel it. And the feeling is when I see you show up to the space, what it means to me is that you are somebody who has hope, who wants hope, or maybe you have more than hope. Maybe you have excitement for improvement and for life. If you're showing up here, to me, it means that you're in on the secret with me. You're in on the secret of that we do get to be part of creating this most magical, beautiful, healthy life, and that we do get to have some say so in how we experience it. And not only that, we're willing to be open to the idea of it. If we don't know how, and maybe we're not so sure, maybe life hasn't shown us examples of how health and happiness can be accessible, then you're showing up here with this hope and expectation that it is possible. And to me, that means the world. It means that I'm not one solo human on this mission to, in a way, prove that you are more than enough and you have everything that you need, and that anything we need to thrive and be well is all around us, and with each other we can do anything. Like, it's the real truth. Like, maybe I'd love to say that, you as an individual can do it all, but we know that we're only one person. We do need each other, right? To do it all. We do. So, but it does require each of us to show up in our unique, individual way, with all that we are, for us as a community and a whole to truly rise up and to truly thrive, right? So, checking the old notes. Okay, what's the Rise and Shine show all about? Next on the list. Kind of what I'm just talking about. It's about supporting your health and your happiness and empowerment around that every single day. Today's specific topic we're talking about, because I planned and have notes about a topic, is about empowered health. Empowered health. What does that mean to you? In this space, when we're watching live, if you're a live viewer, one of the benefits to that is that you get to interact with the show. So if you have comments you want to make, if you want to let me know, I can see that, and that's kind of fun to interact with you. But what does empowerment mean to you when it comes to your health? This is why I started with this topic, for a reason, obviously. And it goes, to me, empowerment around your health is your foundation. This is like, if you walk away today with just the perspective that I do have the ability to be well, like, that's possible for me, then that's huge. Okay, just having the awareness that you do get to make decisions when it comes to your well-being. And so to me, the reason why this is up right now, and why this feels really important to me, is because I have felt the feeling. I mean, has anybody else felt the feeling, maybe in the last few years, where you have felt powerless when it comes to your health or well-being? Something that maybe you didn't know what was going on, something that maybe felt a little scary or confusing, or made you just feel clueless, like you just had no idea, and nobody knows what idea, right? Like, that's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling. And actually, it feels very powerless. It's not empowering, right? So I know for me, this last few years, and I know I'm not alone, there's been so many of those moments where makes you question, makes you question your body, you question your ability to be well. And what sometimes happens, and what's not working, and the reason why we got to talk about this right now is that, and why it's more important in this world that we live in today than maybe ever, is because outsourcing your health and well-being is not an effective practice these days. And I'm not saying don't get help for your health and well-being. I'm saying that, we don't have all the answers. They're not even available to us right now. So it's like, how do you take care of yourself and feel confident that you're going to be okay, and you're going to get through another season, you're going to be healthy, and you can go out into the world and be exposed and be well, right? Like, how do you get to feel that if you're looking outside for all the answers and they're not even there, they're not available to us right now? It's like, this is how right here, right now, is that you stock yourself up with, as much knowledge and understanding of what true health, empowerment, and ability to heal and be well really truly means. I don't know if that made any sense, but we're getting there. It's hard working with notes, right? Let me know if you're understanding what I'm saying. I'd appreciate it. All right, checking my notes. Why now? Why in today's world? Did you catch that? Why in today's world? Did I answer that? Why in today's world? Well, because there's a lot of confusion. That's why. And well, what else I could tell you is like I said, this last year, maybe it's been, I know I haven't been alone, in that I've had those moments of just feeling very in the dark when it came to my well-being, and it's just like really a scary, scary feeling. But then when you remember and you're like, hey, wait a minute, these bodies were really made to heal actually, and I have all that I need to be well, and they're meant to thrive and they're meant to be well. And here's some things I can do to support that innate well-being. Here's some things I can do to protect myself and almost arm myself with health, with well-being, with protection from whatever comes our way. That's where I want us. I want us to know that we have it all. We got it all. We just need to sometimes make some little changes, apply some tools, but we really do. We've got it all available. It's just sometimes knowing. It's just being aware. We don't know. That's the problem is just not knowing. So you're going to be more well prepared just by being more aware that, oh, you mean this might not always be the answer. Like they don't always have all the answers. I really have to know some answers for myself, for my own, how to take care of these bodies, how to take care of my wellness. I got to know this, just some basics for myself so that I can carry that forward. Yeah. Let's see. Vicky says it's clear. And if Vicky says it's clear, then we're moving on. Chris says, I'm here to support you because your approach and energy is so appreciated. Thanks for leading us. Oh, you're welcome, Chris. Thanks for being here. Let's see what else we have on our notes. Don't worry, this will get better. Just know that this is probably the worst it's going to be, you know? And the other thing is I'm going to try to stay on a time. Let's see how I do. All right. Okay. Yeah, here we are. We're discussing some practices. Okay, this is the practice I had for us. It's going to seem really simple, but it's going to make a huge difference. So how can we practice? So hopefully by now you're feeling like reminded that, oh yeah, I am this all-encompassing being of wellness. Oh yeah, these bodies were made to work and to heal, made to work for us. They want to work for you. They're doing the very, very best they can. Hi, Karina. And Sam. Hello. Thanks for popping on. I'm trying to stay on task. Let's see how we're doing. So you're remembering these bodies are made to be well. They're innately well. They thrive unless there's obstacles to them thriving, right? So they naturally they just want to be well. They're doing so good. They're doing so amazing. So the practice I have for you today, and what I want to invite you to try, or if this is your only time to think about yourself and your wellness and your well-being, then you can do it with me right now. But it's about what is your relationship with your body when it comes to your health and your ability to heal. Just that's it. The question. It's about just bringing that. Where am I in that relationship? What do I believe? What does this sound like? How are me and my body communicating about this? Because guess what? We might look out for some professionals to help us know what's going on with our body. And thank God for them sometimes, right? But guess what? You're the expert. Your body's the one that walks around in a 24/7 measuring of how well you're doing. Okay, so how could you practice this? How could you apply this new, not new, but reminded awareness to your health and well being, and how powerful you truly are when you remember that you are actually meant and made to be well? Connect with your relationship. That's not it. Let's see, not connect with it. Like, go in and look at. The words aren't always there. There's that's not even the word I'm trying to use. There's another one. Go in and look at. That's not a word. What am I saying? You probably already have the word. It's an introspective moment. Check out your relationship with your body and your knowing around your well-being and how you're able to heal. That might seem so little, it might seem so nothing, but it's everything. It's huge, and it's going to set us up for the weeks ahead. So you're just asking, and if you're want to take it further than today and further than today's session and show, then I invite you to pay attention to your relationship with your health. When something's about to happen, when you're feeling a little something, what do you say? What's that sound like when you're talking to your body? Or what do you think? Just pay attention to your thoughts around this. This is truly about raising that awareness. Once you Nothing gets to happen by us just, that's not true, because I do believe that just by us having the conversation, it plants a seed. But you get to, when you want to, if you want to feel truly empowered, you want to feel truly confident when it comes to your health, this is about like a deeper knowing. This is how, do you know that when you know that I've got this. You know, I've got this. Because I have, and I've proven it, and I've done it over and over. You get to walk around feeling like I've got this. And then when you get a little something, you're like, I know what to do. It's not every time you get a little something, you're like, oh no, oh shit, I have to go. Oh no, like you don't have to do that every time. You get to be the one that gets to comfort yourself because you're like, we've got this. We understand this body. I know that you're trying to do the best. I know how to support you. So if you're not feeling totally empowered yet, that's okay. You're not necessarily, it wasn't just like this one hit wonder where we just talk about it and that's it. I'm setting the stage, hopefully, for the weeks to come because we're going to keep talking about it. And I'm going to introduce some fun tools next week, specifically about your immune system, because that's a huge part of protecting yourself and guarding your well-being from anything that comes your way, anything that you're exposed to, especially in this season. And I'm super excited to share some free resources with you to download and some practices, some food and supplements and other ways to practice supporting your immune system. It's one of the big, I don't want to tell you too much. I don't want to tell you too much about it, but that's coming next week. So be aware of that. Be prepared for more to come next week. But today's just about the awareness. It's remembering, oh yeah, I'm in this body. These bodies are pretty perfect. They're made to be well and heal. And where my true empowerment is going to come from, and my real confidence is going to come from. I mean, is there anything that's going to make you feel more on top of the world or like you've got everything than your health? And not just your health, but not the feeling of, oh, I might lose my health. That's a scary feeling. I don't, that feeling of my health is at risk. I might lose it one day. I might not have it. It's possibly, could be taken away from me. Right. Then like that affects your decisions. That affects how you move forward in life. But when you have, let's say, total and complete faith and confidence in your health and in your body, then that gives you a full different experience in life and what you're willing to walk in to move forward and go out into the world and be and do and say and, participate in. Curious to know, where does that settle for you when it comes to how do you, when you think about your relationship to your body when it comes to your health? Curious as to what comes up. If you want to take the next few days, at the end of the day, you can write down some things like that you notice throughout the day, but really we're turning on the light. My shirt says light, so we're turning on the light. See, if you're watching, you get to see that it's a visual, to your relationship and your knowing and your understanding, to your healing. I know I keep saying it, but here's the thing. You knowing it is kind of all it's the game changer. When you turn that on, and maybe like again, you haven't had a lot of experiences with um, health working for you, or maybe you've had, a lot of health challenges, and so this feels more challenging. And that's okay. That's why we're bringing it up. We're just like, what is my relationship with that? What is my relationship with my body? And when I'm talking about your body, it's not just like we look in the mirror and have a relationship with our body. It's not that. It's your relationship with your vessel in this life. This physical body I get to do this life in. You know, how are we? How are we? What's our status? Are we in this together? Do you trust me and I trust you? Or is it something scary that every time you think about it, it sends some anxiety and some fear? Awareness is where we're going to start. Okay, and let's see. Checking my list, my notes. Are we missing anything? How are we doing? How are we doing? I'll just share that there was a time last year that it was like a season of sick. And I think it might have happened 2 years in a row. Um, and it was not just the sea, it was all kinds of stuff. And then it was some mystery too, right? Like, why won't this thing go away? Or, no, it's not that, and it's not this. And, well, but why is this still happening? This is taking forever to feel better. What is the deal here, right? It was like a season of sick. And so I know it can be a little scary sometimes when we just don't know. But I don't want to be on the roller coaster, right? I don't want to be on the roller coaster. Hi, Sue Day. So glad you can make it. Nobody wants to be on that roller coaster. Nobody wants to be on that roller coaster of just like, I'm totally like in your hands, especially if it's not humans. It's different. Like I'm all about like let go and let God. I love that. I absolutely right. There's like a time and a place when we're surrendering, like full on like I only have so much control over this life, and this is the part I have control over, and this is the part, right? Some surrender. But there's some things we get to do here now in this lifetime in these bodies that we do have some control and that we can use our will to do. So, to the feeling of I'm completely helpless until you give me an answer about what's going on with me or what's wrong with me. I don't like that feeling. I choose no on that. I'm not going to measure my life or the quality of my life or the way I go about my days or what my future looks like based on what information you out there are going to give me about my health and well being. So that's why it feels so important. And I'll tell you, during my season, at moments that felt hard when I just would doubt myself. I was doubting myself and my ability to be well. Those are the hard moments. Those are the scary moments when you doubt whether or not you can be well, you know? So, what my wish would be, what my hope would be, what my intention is that we, more of us, can walk through this lifetime, walk away from our times together with a little more confidence. Or if you're not quite to confidence yet, because maybe you're like, whoa, this all sounds like a great idea, but I still have no idea how to be well, right? But that's okay. We're going to keep going with this topic. But a little more hope. How about hope? You can walk away with some hope that I will get to have the experience of being somebody who, when something's up, I know that me and my body, we got this. We got this, and we understand it enough. We'll apply tools, we'll do what we need to do, but we're meant to be well. We're meant to thrive. It's just about, you know, setting that up, making sure we're doing what we need to do to support that well being. Okay, so going to just remind you that there's going to be more shows coming up, but the time might change. I might want it a little earlier. When it's the Rise and Shine show, it's actually not a morning show. Just want to say it's actually about rising into your truth, rising as an individual, as your full potential, rising as a community, and shining. And what shining is just your essence, your knowing, your understanding, your clarity. When you're clear, you're shining, you're shiny. Shining is a reflection of your being, a reflection of your heart. That's where the shine is, okay? So it may or may not be in the morning, but I might move it a little earlier. Um, and I have some fun downloads for you, including some of the products that I recommend when it comes to taking care of your immune system, which next week's show is going to be specifically about immune system and how to support your immune system. And we're going to have a challenge within the Rise and Shine community group right here that's going to be free for everybody. And you can join it, and it will be about 5 days long. And the reason, again, for the challenges is just to hold us accountable as we make changes, as we apply new things, and as we just put an intention. That's all it really is. Like if we all tried just to do, I'm not even talking to the right people, because I know that anyone here are those people that do try and do want to be better and do better and be healthier and make healthy changes. Like, that's totally you guys. I know that. But like, can you imagine the world if everybody did 1% better? Just that being a human on the planet and being like, you know, a team player. If we all just did like 1%, that would be a completely different world. Isn't that wild to think about? So just remember, it's like this doesn't always have to be big things, guys. This is like it gets to be just little tiny shifts sometimes. Sometimes they're big, but I know we're all busy and I know we're all doing a lot, and so just a little bit better, a little different, a little improvement can go a long way. And that stuff compounds and really has the power to fully transform your life, if that's what you want. So, um, I mean, I can tell you it happens over and over again. So yeah, let's see. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Mentioned next week. We're gonna start the immune talk, uplift talk. Hope you guys stay connected. Um, if you want to make sure you don't miss a show, um, being on the email list is probably a good idea. I'm going to be emailing people the replay. Or you can come back into the Rise and Shine group and you should be able to see it here. Okay, well, I think that's all. Any final words? I think we're going to wrap it up and we'll do this again. I'll let you know what time. It could be the same time, but I'm going to try for earlier. We'll see, but we'll keep it on Friday for now. And thank you for coming to this. I just had to start it. It just needed to be, it just needed to start. It just needed to have a first day. It needed to have a beginning. And we did it. We broke the seal. Okay. And I really appreciate you showing up for yourself, for life, for this planet, for each other, for the community. Because it matters. It totally, totally matters. Makes all the difference. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see. Do I have a sign off? Thank you, Vicky. Yeah, I do have a sign off. I was going to say, as a reminder, to rise above the challenges and shine with health, truth, and joy. That's the sign off. Okay, I'll practice that. Remember, that was the worst it's going to get. It's only going to get better from there. Thanks for being here with me. All right, bye.